I remember entering that building back there for the first time on July 7th, 2011. At that time, we only had 39 second graders signed up. Mrs. Waller was super nervous, and so she, my wife Rosario, who's also here tonight, and myself combed the neighborhoods back there looking for students approximately this tall. As a tribute to our students who have been here since day one, first off, parents, thank you for trusting us all these years. And students, when you hear your name, please stand up. I remember meeting with Marisol's mom in her home that summer and telling her about the amazing school down the road that was going to have outstanding results. Sure, we weren't open yet, but we believed. I had conversations with Denise's mom also several times. I stopped by Genesis's house as well and tried to sign her up. And then there were visits to Carla P. and Zabdiel. They both signed up, and now 3 of their 4 parents work here. I went to Julian's home several times, and I think his mom signed him up just to get me to stop ringing the bell. I remember meeting Zen and Lucy and Isabel and thinking, they may be smarter than me. And 4 amazing girls with great character and style. Delaney, Melanie, Daisy, and Nicole. You 4 are a class act. When I met Giovanni, I knew I had met a star. He's a quiet giant. I think he said 3 words to me that first year. After 7 years, he's up to 26. But I have news for you, Brainiac. You got a perfect score in ELA this year. On the SBAC. And in math also. So did you read for the 7th year in a row. Sorry, Orlando. You were only perfect in math. Because you missed a perfect score in ELA by 1 question. Underachiever. If there are 2 boys I want to be by my side in life, it's Josh and Brian. You 2 have grit and perseverance, and you don't give up. And I admire that about you 2. Let's move on to Charlie, who came to GPS in 2nd grade, lasted 9 years, disappeared for 4 years, and is now back. And let's not forget the amazing personalities of this group. Fun-loving, energetic, and known to drop a shenanigan or 2 here and there. Of course, Janessa. Future world-class lawyer, has an answer for everything. Pablo, the next Messi. Guillermo, my favorite of all time. Oscar, every video I look at that you're in, you're clowning it up and hamming it up, and I never notice when I'm filming. Vinny, who told me 2 years ago on the bus coming back from river rafting, Mr. Dent, I think I've turned over a new leaf. And it was true. And last, Gabriel. This was Gabriel in 2nd grade. Mr. Dent, Mr. Dent, Mr. Dent! Gabriel, rule number 2. Raise your hand for permission to speak. Very good, Gabriel. Keep it up. Mr. Dent, Mr. Dent, Mr. Dent! I don't think this kid's gonna get it. And how can I forget my Elliott buds, who I was there as a principal since kindergarten. Orlando, Cassandra, Carlos, Paula, Marisol, Francisco, and Denise. Did I miss anyone? Pablo! Dylan! Julian! Genesis. Carla B! B! All of you I've known since kindergarten, and you guys are amazing. Thank you. Hiromi, stand up. The final test for Hiromi. Take off that cap. All right, well, we're going to have to do a test anyway. That's Bobby pin, she said. Hiromi, since about 6th grade, said, Mr. Dent, by the end of 8th grade, I'm going to be taller than you. So let's find out right now. The cap doesn't count. Paola, can you measure us, please? Mr. Dent's taller. Good try, Hiromi. For a couple of years, I thought there was no doubt it was going to happen. Dylan, Carla B, and Cindy Lynn. These are incredible scholar athletes of GPS. I remember meeting Husai. All quiet and smiles and cheeks back then. And what a great leader he's become. And without a doubt, our two sweetest, caring, and amazing 8th graders who I am so proud of, Ashton and Sydney. You guys are going great places in life, Sid. Lastly, the two I've known the longest, David and Zach, who constantly battled in the semifinals of the board game enrichment course, only to be consistently crushed at the end in the finals by Camberly Johnson. They're 0 for 7 against her. We've been all over the place together, guys. Alcatraz, Marine World, Science Camp, Great America, river rafting, camping, and laser tagging, and we built a playground together. We've seen some good times. How many of you remember when Miss Sweeney was your teacher? When you spend the same amount of time since then, you will be graduating from high school and entering college. Time truly flies. I remember my first day of high school like it was yesterday. The fact is, it wasn't. It was 34 years ago. Yes, Dad, 34 years ago, it's true. It feels like I blinked and high school was over. I blinked again and college was over. Now I've been a teacher and a principal for 23 years, and that feels like at least 4 blinks. I noticed you were all in a hurry to finish 8th grade and move on to the next stage of life. Just remember, life goes a lot faster than we think. Enjoy each moment, slow down and smell the roses once in a while, because before you know it, you'll be bald and overweight like me.
You did not just do that.
How many of you know what the golden rule is? The golden rule says treat others the way you want to be treated. I have a set of rules that I'd like you guys to think about applying in your life, as I have. It helps me be successful, happy, and surrounded by people that care about me. First, thinking and caring for others not only makes others feel wonderful, but it makes you feel wonderful as well. It's the way to take anger and frustration and disappointment out of your heart and fill others with a sense of safety, comfort, and love. Second, hard work and strong work ethic beat intelligence and talent 99% of the time. What that means is that if you put forward maximum effort in life, you're going to get paid off. It also means that if you're not talented or smart and you're lazy, you're in trouble. Luckily, that doesn't apply to any of you. Lastly, when you aren't working, make sure you enjoy life. Have fun, look people in the eye, laugh together, engage with your friends, and stay off of social media. That's right. Too many people nowadays are stuck with their eyes glued to the screen, and they let life pass them by. Over the past 7 years, you've all grown from shrimpy little 2nd graders into incredibly well-prepared freshmen. Take advantage. YOLO. I'd like to introduce Mrs. Toriumi, who was your second grade teacher back in the day. So Mrs. Toriumi, please come up.